All right, let us fill in these values. So first of all, we want to know how many dogs there are. So we said, I'm going to come right into this cell. We're going to do a subtotal, and we want to count, but not numbers, alphabetical values. So I'm going to do count A, and the animal is column C. So I'm going to go C5 to C1004. And that gives me 1,000 because it's counting everybody. Let me filter it to just dog. And we have 631. So the answer there is 631. Okay. Now, if I change my filters, that's going to change back. So I'm going to hard code that as 631. Let me figure out how many cats there are. I'll do it in this yellow cell. So for the number of cats, we're going to do our subtotal. And then we have our count A. I should have just kept this. And we're going to do the animal column C4, C5 to C1004. And now I'll filter to cats. And so cats is 369, which we knew from subtracting this from 1,000, but that is fine. Okay, now how many pets entered in the first half of the year? So the first half of the year would be January through June. So we want to count how many numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to count that. So we want to count, and those are numbers, so I could actually say I'm going to count the numbers. I can, the in month, I'm just going to say all of column F because the title is not a number, so it's not going to mess me up. How many are in column F? Let me get rid of this filter, by the way. Oh, you know what? Column F, it's saying 1,001 because it's counting that number. So let me go back and actually specify. Okay. So I want to say how many pets entered in the first half of the year. So I'm going to go to the in month. I'm going to filter. I could just check 1 through 6, but instead I think I'll do that the month is less than, I want it to be the first half of the year, so I want the month to be less than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we have 526. How about the second half of the year? So that means that we are now going to filter on greater than, I want 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so greater than 6. Or you could say greater than or equal to 7. Either way would be fine. And there's 474. And yes, those two add to 1,000. Okay, now what's the average age of cats? I'm going to get rid of this filter. I have no filters on. So the average age of cats, average age, our subtotal function, average is 1, and the age is column E. So that's the average age overall, but what about for cats? Let me filter just to cats. The average age of cats, 1.45. Okay. What is the smallest age among female cats? So I'm still interested in the age, but I'm not interested in the average. I'm interested in the smallest, min. Still the age, and this is the smallest age in among all cats, but I want female cats. So let me go the smallest age. Let me change this and filter to just females. And that is 0. Okay, I sort of wished I'd asked for the oldest age because the smallest age is 0, just for female cats, for male cats, for everybody. But that's okay. Just to reiterate, we're doing the subtotal 5, so that's the minimum of the age column, and we have our filters on for cats and for female. So this is 0. Okay, what's the largest stay, the maximum stay for dogs older than 6 months? So we're going to look at the stay variable, and I want the max. So we're looking at the stay variable, so that's going to be column B. And I don't want the min, I want the max. So I want the largest stay. That is, let me get rid of this filter. I have no filters on. So that's the largest stay among everybody. And I want the largest stay for dogs older than 6. So first let me go, oops, this was cats. Now it's everybody. I want to go to just dogs. Older than 6. So I'm going to take the age. I'm going to filter greater than 6. So again, you can change all these things, but I want just greater than 6. And it's 253. How many strays were adopted? So I want to count strays. So let me get off all of my filters. Take this filter off. Take this filter off. So the in reason I want to be that it's a stray, and I want to know of those strays how many were adopted. So I'm going to count. So first, let me count all of cell J. So I'm going to count, and I'm going to count, these are alphabetical. Whoops, I'm going to do a subtotal. Subtotal, and in the subtotal, I'm counting. And I'm counting the in reason, which is column J. And it's 1,000 because there's 1,000 in that row, but now I need to go to the adopted strays. So here are the strays. All right, there's 724 strays, and how many were adopted? This is like a feel-good thing. 430 were adopted. And lastly, what's the average age of cats who entered the shelter not sterilized? So I want the average age. Average is 1. Age is column E. Let me take off all the filters. All the filters are off. So I want the average age, that's what it's giving me, of cats. So let me go to cats. Who entered the shelter not sterilized. So that means the in dot intact is 0. There we go. And we have that the average age is 4.83. Okay. If you have questions, concerns about filters, definitely please send me a message.